So we are seeing many people like this in our day-to-day life also. This is a very problematic condition for them. Actually, this gender identity disorder persons, the main problem is not their sexual. They desire to live in openly in a what they feel gender. See, at the time of birth, they assign some sex, but they are not happy with that sex. So they want to live what they are experiencing, what they feel happy if they assign a new gender. That type of feelings they develop. Depending on their particular mix of characteristics, they are usually assigned to a specific sex at birth, sometimes undergoing surgery. See, these people, what they think, we want to undergo some anatomy changing. Anatomy changing means some surgical actions they want to take. They want to change to what they are feeling in their mind. That means against to their assigned sex at birth. That type of feeling always they develop. Until they change to the feeling what they are feeling in their mind, they feel lot of psychological stress. What I am wearing, what I am looking is not correct my sex. I have to change. This type of people will have a lot of psychological issues. So these people, what they will do, they will go and approach a psychiatrist or psychologist. They will express their intentions. I am feeling like this, but my physically assigned sex at the time of birth is this. I am not happy with this. I want to change myself. I want to go some anatomical changes. Like that, they will go and approach one medical doctor. Now, government is also giving permissions to change according to their request and according to their interested sex. So, some people are getting changed now. Why it is happening? This is happening. See, normally, females will have estrogen hormone, males will have testosterone hormones. Anything abnormal development during the prenatal stage, suppose some hormone, testosterone developed much in females, they will identify I am in opposite sex. If it happened in males, they will develop in later ages. I am also trapped in wrong sex. I want to change myself. That type of feelings they will develop when their age increases. They want to change their dresses. They want to have these hairstyles like females. So all these changes they need actually. They are expecting like that. In that expectation only, they will come and meet one medical doctor to change their gender. Recently also one case we dealt with this. And how this criteria, DSM-4, how the criteria repeatedly stated desire to be or insistence that he is in opposite sex. Repeatedly that person will feel, I am in opposite sex. My body was trapped in opposite sex. So this is the criteria for causes and how their symptoms also like this. And for this, the treatment until unless they change really, they don't satisfy. Some people are changing, Some people are unable to change because of their financial conditions. And it is also a costly procedure. So the treatment is only. So the ultimate treatment for these people is, it is final decision. They will go for anatomically, their anatomy physically want to be changed permanently. They will undergo the surgery and they will reassign their sex type at the time of birth. What they got, they will reassign their sex to the as per their wish. This is related to gender identity. Gender identity now it is prevailing almost 0.5% in our society. And next, coming to sexual dysfunction. Sexual functions is normal. Dysfunction is not some lagging. It is not normal. I am audible, students? I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These sexual dysfunctions are two types. Some sexual dysfunctions are lifelong for some people. For some people, this function will develop at some time of their life. But both are dysfunctional. Sexually, they are not functional. They are not satisfying their partner, their opposite sex, because of some of their biological problems or psychological problems. And because of fear also, I'm not satisfying my partner. That fear also will develop this type of sometimes dysfunctions. In the sexual dysfunctions, there are 4 categories. It is there common for men and women both. The first category is regarding desire. Second category, arousal. Third category, orgasm. Fourth category related to pain, too much pain during sexual intercourse. So first category, we can discuss about the sexual desire disorders. What is this problem? Normally, human beings will have, after crossing their puberty age, they will develop sexual desires. For some people, because of their biological condition or some medical conditions or some anxiety, they will develop dysfunctions. The sexual desire disorders, again having 2 classifications. These people, the first condition is hypoactive sexual desire. Hypo means reduced, diminished, less sexual desire. These people are having less desires or no interest in any type of sexual activity. This category of people are available in our society. They will have very less desire or no interest at all about sex. It may be assessed by frequency of sexual activity. See, less sexual activity, frequency is different. The intensity of activity is different again. Here the problem is intensity. Their desire, intensity. They are lacking sexual interest or no interest at all. These people are called hypoactive sexual disorders. And the second problem with the desire is sexual aversion disorder. Aversion. Aversion means it is totally opposite. Hesitating. Sexual aversion disorder see, some people, if they touch also, they fear. They say, don't touch me. I am not interested. I am so aversive about sex. So don't touch me. Even by touching also, they will become panic. They will be so fearful. They will move away from the person. This is called aversion. That means they don't like at all because of some reasons. Why these people will become like this? Aversion for some people. Suppose some people got sexual abuse in their childhood or in their life, or they have some trauma about sex. This type of people will get aversion about sex because they thought it is very trauma in their life. It is very painful thing. Hello? Okay. So this is another related.
Oh, ఇది ఒకట ఉంది ఇది వద్దు ఇప్పుడు చింపిన ఇది కాదు
Shiva,
ఇది కూడా మీది
Shiva, please be on mute. Shiva,
Motuguri Shiva.
yes sir, he went on mute.
Okay. So far we discussed about sexual desire disorders. This is one type of dysfunctions it will create. And the second problem in sexual dysfunction is arousal. Sexually getting aroused is also a problem for some people. That means erectile problems for male and for female also arousal problems. See, to have a sex, to have intercourse, a couple should have to get aroused first. If suddenly they start sexual activity, it will not give satisfaction or orgasm for them. So some arousal is required for both men and women. So the problem here is arousal. Arousal problem means in male it is erectile problem, penis erectile problem. See, once a person got this type of sexual arousal thoughts in mind, his penis will become so, it will become so erection, it will become tight. His size will increase, length will increase, and it will create convenient space for intercourse. That is called arousal in men. In women also, arousal activity will happen. Without arousal, sexual activity will become painful to the woman also. So, in arousal, some problems are there for some people. So, they cannot enjoy the sex. They cannot participate in sex. For them, it is a arousal problems. And the third sexual dysfunction is orgasm disorders. Orgasm means having more pleasure during sex. That is the end point of the sex. People will get pleasure having sex. For some people, sex is not pleasurable, even though they don't have erectile problems. Their arousal is normal, but they don't feel much orgasm. The satisfaction they don't feel, because premature ejaculation for men, after participating just few seconds, they will get ejaculate. So the process ends for them. They feel it is very premature ejaculation. I don't have any satisfaction in sexual activity. So this will become a problem for many people. They will go and consult a sexologist. I have this problem. I am facing this premature ejaculation. I don't have satisfaction in my sexual life. So how to rectify this? They will go and meet a sexologist. So doctors will give proper therapy and guidance also, not only medication, and they will give therapy and guidance also. And females also, these orgasmic problems they will also face. The opposite partner will not participate in sex till her satisfaction. So that will create an orgasmic problem to the female also. So both people will have orgasmic problems. This is one type of sexual dysfunction for that. And the last one, sexual pain disorders. In the sexual pain disorders, intercourse will become so complicated and so painful for them. And people will have sexual desires, arousals, but they fail in sexual intercourse because of problem with pain. Pain is very severe for some people, so they will stop sexual activity, and this will also create problem. So this is also becoming a sexual pain disorder. So people are coming across this type of different sexual dysfunctional problems. The first dysfunction is desire problem. Second one is arousal problem. Third one is problem with sexual satisfaction or feelings problem. Fourth one is too much pain. When they try to have some sex, they feel they will avoid sex. So these are all the creating dysfunctions to a human beings. In sexual pain disorders, there are two types. One is dyspareunia. Second one is veganisms. These two types are pain-related disorders. And there are some reasons for this causes of sexual dysfunctions. One thing is biological reasons, psychological contributions, and sometimes interaction of both psychological and biological causes. All these causes causing for them the sexual dysfunctions. The biological causes are this is related to nervous system. See, somebody is having very high diabetics or some kidney problems. These two disorders, kidney related problem disorders or diabetic higher level problems, these two people will face normally some sexual dysfunctional problems. For these people, the sensitivity is somewhat less. Suppose the opposite partner touches the genital area, anybody normally will get some erosions. Because this kidney, some diseased people or this diabetic people, they will have some less sensitivity. Less sensitivity will create some erosion problems. And some people will have some vascular diseases. Vascular means the disease related to nervous system. See, when there is, why we are saying it is a biological reasons to have a sexual intercourse. In normal condition, the penis is very normal position. It is very soft. It won't be tight. It won't come to erectile position. When a person got arousal thoughts, sexual thoughts, automatically the blood, higher blood will flow to the penis. The penis will become stronger. Then only it is possible to have an intercourse. So the neurological problems, that means vascular diseases problems, will create for some people this type of erection problems in the men. And for women also, some problems. They will have this because of this vascular disease problems. And other causes are, some people are abusing more drugs and alcohol. These things also will cause some dysfunctions. Too much abusing and too much consuming of alcohol, they will be so drowsy, they cannot participate in sexual activities. And coming to psychological issues. In psychological issues, anxiety is the major cause for sexual dysfunctions. See, one thing is their personal work-related anxiety will make them dysfunctional. Another problem is the person's feeling about how I am performing during sex. Whether I am satisfying or not, whether I am performing or not, that anxiety will make them dysfunctional sometimes. These are all purely psychological. So sometimes physical reasons and psychological reasons both will interact. That means some people will have negative attitude about sex also. That attitudes also will make them feel anxious and problem with performance, ultimately lead to sexual dysfunctions. So for all these dysfunctions, there is some sort of therapies and treatments also available. But very few therapists are available. So they can meet that sexologist or sexual therapist if people are having this type of sexual dysfunctional problems. They will try to reduce their anxiety and they will educate them sexually how they can function properly. Like that, they will create some psycho-education about sex. And they will also observe for 2-3 weeks. They will give under guidance of the therapist. They can reduce their sexual dysfunctional problems. And medically also some medication is also available. But medication is only a temporary thing, but permanent solution is psychological treatments is the best. So far, we discussed about this gender identity disorder and sexual dysfunctions related topics we discussed. Now coming to the third one is paraphilias. Paraphilias means what? Paraphilias means having abnormal sexual desires. Abnormal sexual desires. Having normal sexual desires is okay. But some people will have abnormal sexual desires. Those things are very dangerous activities also. Abnormal sexual desires sometimes create some dangerous type activities and socially problems also, personal problems also, and attacking sexually transmitted diseases also. These are all coming under a heading of paraphilias. In paraphilias also, there are so many types of disorders in paraphilia also. Here, the sexual fantasies will arouse a lot. Sexual fantasies, sexual urges. Fantasies means imagination. Why can't I go like this? Why can't I do like this? And having sex, only physically sex, not only having sex, just by fantasy, by imagining something, they will enjoy sex. These are all coming under paraphilias. But this will create a lot of humiliation also for some people. Why we are behaving like this? Why we are doing like this? This will create in long term a more humiliation also. So in paraphilia, that means sexual abnormal desires. How these abnormal desires is coming in the human beings, we can discuss now. The first one is fraudism. See, these people, sir, I am audible, sir. I am audible, Mahesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Here, the first type of abnormal sexual behaviors is fraudism. These people, what they will do, normally this type of activities will happen when there is a group. Most of the things, this type of things will happen in hostels also. People will stay in hostels combinedly, 3-4 people. They are all crossed this puberty age. They will have some sexual fantasies, desires. So with the desires, they start showing some behaviors. The first behavior is fraudism. So these people, the fraudism behavior people, what they will do? They will go and stand with somebody just beside. They will rub the opposite person's body with his genitals. It is a fantasy. He will feel so much satisfaction about this. But this is not a good thing. This is a disorder. But these are all abnormal. See, we talked about abnormal sexual desires. How abnormality is happening in sexual activities. See, going and standing just beside to somebody, rubbing the person penis to other person without consenting the other person for his satisfaction. How this activity will be accepted by society? It will not accept it. So it is a disorder. It is not correct thing. But people are behaving like this. And the second condition, fetishism. In fetishism, see, normally sexual life means people will get attracted to opposite sex. That is very normal. This is abnormal sexual behavior. Some people, because of societal problems, fears, how they satisfy, they will get attracted to non-living objects. Non-living objects. Just by looking, see, a male is there, a male person is there. By looking a female undergarments, by female some other dresses, he will get some fantasy, he will get some satisfaction. He will enjoy the sexual feelings. So it looks very abnormal here. Fetishism, it is called fetishism. This is the second abnormal behavior of sexual related things. And the fourth one is voyeurism. These people, what they will do, the voyeurism behavior people, secretly they will observe others without a dress condition. Suppose somebody is doing bath in a bathroom, or somebody is changing their dresses. So by seeing nakedly, without their permission, without their suspecting, they feel very happy. They will enjoy. This is called voyeurism. And opposite to this, exhibitionism is there. Earlier cases, without identifying by opposite person, secretly they will see the naked person, naked body of the other person. Further, they will satisfy. This is one type of sexual behavior. And exhibitionism is opposite to this. These people, what they will do? They will expose their genitals to the unsuspecting person. The opposite person is not observing, but this person is exhibiting his genitals to the opposite person, and he is satisfied. So masturbation also comes under this almost. I did not explain about masturbation. And the next condition in abnormal sexual behaviors is transvestic fetishism. In transvestic fetishism, the persons, these people will feel fantasized by wearing opposite person's dresses. A males wearing female dresses, females wearing male dresses. So it is called cross-dressing. In particularly, this type of condition we can see in gender identity disorder people will do this type of thing. The gender identity disorder also will be called as gender dysphoria. The gender identity disorder means it is a gender dysphoria. The gender dysphoria people, we are also seeing in our society, some people males are wearing lady dresses, and hairstyle they are maintaining like this. And chappals also they are wearing like ladies' chappals. Opposite sex activities they will do. And though these people will do this, particularly this activity is called transvestic fetishism. And the other abnormal sex behavior is sexual sadism. Sexual sadism means they want to enjoy sex by giving pain to other person. They want to enjoy, but other person has to suffer. By seeing other person's pain, the person who is doing sex, he will enjoy. Sadistic. That is called, this is sexual sadism. And some people, and another condition here is sexual masochism. This sexual sadism is giving pain to opposite person, enjoying himself. They don't care about other person is happy or not. One example is rape. Sexual sadism. Another sexual abnormal behavior is sexual masochism. Sexual masochism means they will do the language, they use very bad language with the opposite partner, and they will beat also sometimes. And sometimes they try to do much humiliating. By humiliating other person, by torturing other person, the sexual masochism behaviors, by seeing the opposite person suffering, they will enjoy. This is one type of, these two are physically related, sexual sadism and masochism. This is forceful things and physical activities. And the last condition is pedophilia. Pedophilia means having sexual desires towards childhood people, pre-adolescents. So they want to have sexual desires, they create sexual desires towards the youngest children, even small children, less than puberty age people. And this behavior, we call it as pedophilia. And in pedophilia, and one more thing is the parophilia, some common symptoms are there. Some people will feel while talking telephone, while talking mobile also, they use a lot of sexual words. Just by talking sexually to the opposite person, they will enjoy sex. Not doing, just talking over mobile phone or telephone with the opposite person, they will get fantasized. These are a very abnormal thing. Another thing is necrophilia. Necrophilia means a person is dead. The corpus is lying on the ground. By looking the corpus, by looking the dead body, they get fantasized with the sexual feelings. This is called necrophilia. And partialism. Partialism means some people will focus on a particular person, particular body part only. They feel enjoyment by locating their vision totally on particular body part. And the last one is zoophilia. Humans getting fantasized arousal by looking animals also sometimes. See, these are all not wonders. These are all happening in society. We are all seeing in newspapers. This is not abnormal what we are discussing. So these are all called abnormal sexual desires. Sexual desire, having sexual desire is very normal. But abnormal sexual desires like this, what we discussed about frotteurism, fetishism, voyeurism, and exhibitionism, and transvestic problems, sexual sadism, and masochism, and pedophilia, this type of things are very abnormal sexual arousal feelings. So you people can decide whether people are having this type of abnormal sexual thinking, thought process, fantasies are having or not. We can decide, you can decide. And what is causing paraphilia? Okay, so far we discussed about paraphilias. That means abnormal sexual thoughts or fantasies. Why this type of paraphilia fantasies people are getting developed? Anybody can react, sir, in our class? Students, please respond somebody. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. We can.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Anybody can respond.
To respond, we are not very clear with the topic, sir. So we are just
Okay.
listening and able to understand the terms, whatever they have used in the book.
At least whatever I am talking, you are understanding or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is clear, sir.
That is clear, sir. Sir,
Okay.
I have a doubt,
with your
sir.
permission, sir. Hello. Yeah, with your permission, sir. I feel that if the children are not grown in a disciplined manner, or an abnormal or irresponsible behavior of the children, and while they're growing and when they're building up their own personality, they getting themselves into bad practices and ignorance of the society towards the individuals, and lack of parents or parent caring, or maybe perverted parents, or the parents brutality in children's development, and these kind of a lot of social environmental reasons while a child is developing, growing, and when he is trying to build up his own personality, these kind of what I mean to say is bad influencing factors makes the person to suffer in his own personal sexual life with a lot of abnormalities. Can it be okay, sir? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Sir, you are not audible, sir.
Hello.
Now,
Did you get what I said, sir?
now is audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is audible.
Sir, did you get what I said, sir?
Huh?
Whatever that I have said, could you able to listen that, sir, earlier?
Hello. Now I am audible?
Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
See, first.
Hello.
Hello. Mahesh, are audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. But your voice is very low.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir. Not in audible stage.
What happened suddenly? Now?
Yeah, now it is
No,
okay, sir.
yes,
Now
sir.
it is okay. Now it is okay.
Okay, okay.
Sir, Ravi Prasad sir was telling about causes. Did you hear it, sir?
No, let him say once again.
Yes, sir. What I
Please
was
tell
saying
me.
is, children, while they are growing up and while they are trying to build their own characters, the way that they brought up, the ignorance from the society, the ignorance from the parents, or they are getting differently treated by the people. Maybe they are the parents or the guardians, or they were not having proper caretakers who can support them in building their characters and put them in a proper manner. So those who are varying from a disciplined or regular and constructible growth, they will have all kind of different kind of fantasies. And even though if they don't get the parental care properly, and if the parents are perverted, if the parents are not having the sufficient, parents, they don't show proper responsibility towards their children, they are not bothering. And if the parents, they also live in some certain fantasies and with certain kind of irresponsible behaviors, even they can also influence the child. So what I mean to say is overall, when children are growing and they are trying to build up their own character, and puberty is a kind of age, a very crucial age where they don't get the right direction or the guidance in order to building up their own characters. They obviously attracted by the abnormalities of the society and go for the fantasies. That can be the major reason what I believe.
Okay. See, normally, children will not get any sex education through parents, normally.
Sure.
Children will get sexual awareness and education. Normally, they will get from peers only, most of the time.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Peers or media.
Yes, sir.
These two things. But
yes, sir.
In our education system also, they have to introduce about the sex, some education, some basic minimum information is required in our education. And people are hesitating to talk about sex. But silently everybody is talking, but openly nobody is talking.
No, it is the maturity of the individuals either at the higher level or at the receiving level.
That maturity
Level or at the receiving level. Both the levels maturity makes a difference, sir, in this case.
Yes. That maturity has to be created through education only. That is very, very important where we are lagging in our society also.
Absolutely correct.
And we have to see what I say. This is abnormal sexual behaviors. These abnormal sexual behaviors in their lateral life will create a lot of problems for them. In their sexual life also, it will create a lot of problems. Understood?
Yes, sir.
A person, a teenage boy, habit of masturbating most of the time. In his real life also, he don't satisfy with real sex. He feel only happy with masturbating only. Because his thoughts are addicted to that system. Why this? Now people are looking more porn sites. That is also a abnormal behavior about sex. So we have to create the awareness about the future complications, future problems, about having this type of behaviors among the children. Somebody has to educate people. See, sexually having this type of bad activities, abnormal activities, we are also seeing in our society, but these will have serious effect in their future life, sexual life. It will become one way a dysfunctional. people addicted to certain type of sexual behaviors, they don't change easily. It will have in their future sexual life also become problems for them. Because people
Actually,
are
this will
saying
be,
fantasily they are thinking here.
sir, with your permission, actually, this will be a problem in their family life uh, in a long period, sir. And what I would like to say is the right education in all the aspects, not only in sex education, sir, but the right education in all the aspects for an individuality, for an individual in developing the character is very, very important.
Yes.
Then only they realize that this sex is only a part of life, but it is not the entire life, something like that. So they will not be going for more fantasies. They'll understand the value of it sufficiently and to the required or optimal level, and they enjoy it as it is. That's all. But more than that, they also look at the life in the way which they need to live with the strength of the characters and the value systems.
And this is one way of self-abusing. One way of their self-abusing. So anyhow, good, you have given good explanation. Okay, today we completed this sexual dysfunctions and paraphilias and identity, gender identity disorders. And regarding tomorrow class, the last chapter is available, therapies, biological therapies and psychological therapies, behavioral therapies. We will discuss tomorrow in our class those therapies. Now students can interact with me about this today class.
Sir, in the textbook, the last three paraphilias like partialism, necrophilia is not there, no, sir, in textbook?
Huh?
In textbook, it is there.
Page number 213, G, criteria for
Okay.
paraphilia, not otherwise specified. Sir,
Yeah, yes.
in gender identity disorder, like it is like not only female, male, and transgender, and now it has been confirmed as a third gender, which is eligible for participating in it. It is not considered as a disorder. There are they don't consider transgender any further as a disorder, identity disorder. But there is a still talk in many different aspects. The gender identities include like male, female, transgender, gender neutral, non-binary, agender, and pangender, gender carrier, two-spirit, third gender. Like there are so many variations of the talk about the identity crisis of a human. So in this, how means like we have discussed about they wanted to change this. So they are not happy with the biological birth, with whatever gender they have taken birth. They wanted to change. So this comes under which type of category?
It is called gender number 3, third gender.
Transgender. So
third
which
gender.
is
they are not male or they are not female.
So now the transgender is also part of they are identified as a commoners like female, male, and transgenders are also.
No, they will not have the reproduction qualities.
But they are identified as a social person.
Yes. See, socially, even transgenders also, what facilities what rights we are enjoying, every rights they will also enjoy.
Yes, but that is means like now gender neutral. Like what is this gender neutral? The new term and binary.
See, as a psychologist, there are some disabilities in our society. A disability person is any ill treatment if we do, it is a punishable act. And this is not coming under disability, but transgenders also having equal rights what we are having as per our constitution. We cannot degrade them.
Yes, I do get it. So, like, so this comes under the one who are not satisfied. They wanted to alter their function into male or female. That comes under transgender category or gender neutral. Yeah,
I am
am I
not
audible?
clear. I am not clear your voice. Something problem happened in my system.
No, sir. It is like with my system only. This I'm facing this issue. And one more question, sir. Like, is it biologically this is possible, sir? Like, or environmental causes?
1 minute.
Will
I am connecting in other phone. My phone. I am connecting. Now you tell, madam.
Sir, are these disorders are biologically like gene transfers or the environmentally they have overcome and situational based criteria which is creating this kind of disorder?
These disorders
Are through genes, biological or environmental or situational, psychological. What is the main root cause of this kind of gender identity disorder?
gender identity disorder is biological. Genes effect.
Genes effect.
Yes, because I told you very clearly the testosterone or estrogen hormones dominating in prenatal stage will create this type of gender identity issues. In prenatal stage, and is in mother's womb, when the child is receiving testosterone or estrogen, some dominating factor is happening in their hormones. So it is creating and making them to feel we are in opposite sex like this.
Is it possible like if this may happen in the natural birth like IVF fertility centers now have been all over world they have opened. So is there any possibility to avoid these kind of genes to be taken forward to the further generations with this new facility?
So far, no. But genetical testing, how many people are going before birth?
Like for this IVF, not for the natural one, the factors what they are using for the because of the stress environment and the new ideology after a year if they are unable to conceive. So out of the new couple, the one who is going to IVF, like a process.
No idea anything about this.
Oh.
No idea, ma'am, about this. This is gene mutations. The gene mutations cannot be changed, cannot be altered.
Because I have
Sorry, sir.
watched a few
Hello?
videos.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Can I explain? I am a science student, and if you don't mind, she was asking for we can means that we can't identify the the transgender, even genetic coding also. It was a gene mutation. When zygote forms, then only it will be the extra. Actually, we are having 23 pairs of chromosomes, and extra one pair of chromosomes will happen, and the zygote will form. So that will give a transgender. So we can't identify the gene coding that time because that was a zygote only. We can't take that. What is the cell only having one cell only? Okay, that total zygote will be ruptured. So we can't do any DNA testing or she was asking for that only, na? We can't.
Actually, see, in Hyderabad also many places DNA testing they are doing. That means
Yes, sir.
Before birth itself, genetical testing they are doing.
Genetical test was another thing, sir, but she was asking transgender we can't find the trans